The high school season is in full swing across the country, and I will soon be joined by Coleman Mizell, Alabama's top-ranked player in 2023 and a Crimson Tide commit. But first, let's check in with PBR Nevada's Brett Harrison for the lowdown on some of the players that are showing out in the Silver State. Brett, good to see you.
Absolutely. Good to see you as well. Nice to be back.
So give us some names. I know you've been out hitting the road. Give us some names of the players that have really been making some noise in your state.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we have three guys that really have stood out to me, especially guys that I hope to get back out to the future games this year with Nolan Eberwine at Bishop Gorman. He's the lone really underclassman, I guess, sophomore, really that's making a huge impact in that starting lineup for those guys. Now up to #1 in the West region and #3 nationally. He's kind of come into his own and starting to really get his feet underneath himself as a player. And he's going to be one that's going to be on quite a few radars this summer and into the future games. Another guy is Xander Mercurius. He came with us last year, threw in Game 3 versus Louisiana where he got the win. After he was done with us, he actually went and played for Team USA. And this season, I've been out to see him a few times, and it's been up to 90 miles an hour on the mound. He's got a great older brother and LJ that's kind of shown him the path, and Xander is doing a great job following in his footsteps, and hopefully kind of looking forward to excelling on his end. And then the last guy we got is Kane Barber, left-handed pitcher out of Centennial High School. He's had 2 starts so far and gone 2 complete game shutouts. He was with us with the junior future games last year, and he's a guy that I expect to continue. Maybe it'd be a little bit difficult to keep this kind of streak going, but he's a guy that I think could carry this kind of success into his summer and hopefully attract a lot more attention, I guess, than he already has.
Well, Brett, great stuff, man. Appreciate it, and we will check back in with you real soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And we welcome in Hartselle's Coleman Mizell, Alabama's top-ranked player in 2023 and a Crimson Tide signee. Coleman, thanks for the time, and how are you?
I'm doing great, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. The PBR scouts have long talked about the electric bat speed, the athleticism. Tell me how you describe yourself as a player.
I feel like I'm someone who can affect the game in any way possible, whether it be in the field, in the outfield, whether it be at the bat, with the bat, or just ball hitting the gap, scoring from first on a ball hit hard in the gap and scoring. Just being able to affect the game in multiple ways is something that I really pride myself on.
You're in the midst of such a huge stretch personally. Of course, last summer it was the Prospect Development Pipeline League. You signed with the Crimson Tide in November, PBR Super 60 in Chicago. Now your senior season and likely hearing your name called this summer in the MLB draft. Tell me how you're mentally approaching this and how you've been able to kind of stay, sane amid all this craziness in the moment.
Just understanding that whether I'm in Tuscaloosa or whether I'm in Arizona in spring training, whatever God's plan is for me, that's what's going to happen, and just living day by day and just enjoying the moment.
What do you kind of credit the ability to think like that to? Is it the family? I mean, who kind of do you lean on in those moments?
My biggest person that I lean on is my dad. He's one of the best people that I've ever been around. He's always been able to understand you're in the moment right now, and there's no reason to worry about tomorrow whenever it's tomorrow's problem, and just live today. And just, if you start wishing days away, it's just going to be, you're going to live a sad life, and you're just going to I just want to be able to have as much fun as I can every day possible.
So you committed to Alabama way back in the fall of 2020, part of a class that's ranked in the top 10 nationally, includes 4 top 100 players, yourself, Bryce Eldridge, Zane Adams, AJ Ewing. I'm always curious in how a class kind of starts to build those bonds before they ever get to campus. So what's that process been like as you kind of all do your things separately with the intent that you're all going to arrive together in Tuscaloosa?
Well, some of them I had played with this summer on USA Prime National. So I had been around and exposed to them. Social media nowadays, you can have access to pretty much anyone that you want to have access to, and you can talk to anyone who you want to talk to, and just going to football games and just being around people that you're going to be around for the next 3 or 4 years of your life is just a huge thing, and just really enjoying and getting to meet them.
When you commit as early as you did you kind of find yourself almost being like a recruiter for the Crimson Tide, where you in guys' ears going, "Hey man, come to us to
Yes,
have a
sir. I
Tuscaloosa"?
was trying to get as many people as I could. There's some younger kids at our high school that I was trying to help get there as well. So
Obviously, you're coming off of a junior year in which you hit over 500 and OPS north of 1,400, 10 homers. You and the Tigers won the program's 9th state championship, the first in nearly a decade. The cliche always says that it's harder to repeat than it is to win that first championship. So as a senior leader on this Hartselle team, how did you kind of work to keep that same mentality and that same hunger going into this season?
just understanding that it's a new year, and like last year's team was great, probably one of the best teams that we've ever had, but understanding that's in the past, and we can't just roll out of there, and since we won it last year, win it this year. We have to go out and play and compete and get better every day.
What was the kind of that personal list for you, though? I mean, obviously another state championship is the end goal for you, end goal for the team, but your senior season, obviously you don't want to leave anything out there, nothing left undone for you as a high school baseball player. What was that checklist for you that's like, all right, these are the things that I've got to get done this season?
I just want to be the best player that I can be, and just go out and leave a legacy at Hartselle, which Hartselle's a great town. It has a great ability. We always represent, and our town is like a little small town, so everyone knows each other, and everyone supports each other. So just ultimately being the best version of me that I can be, and just coming out and helping us and everyone else get better every day.
Awesome. Well, Coleman, listen, man, best of luck to you. I appreciate it so much. Wishing you all the best here in the rest of your senior season.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
And finally, we hit the Peach State, where PBR Georgia's Justin Goetz has the pulse on everything. Justin, welcome back in.
Thanks, brother. Good to see you.
So I know you've been all over checking out some of the best teams and players Georgia has to offer. Who has impressed you of late?
Yeah, my guys that have popped, we'll start with Joshua Evans, left-handed pitcher, QB1 from Peachtree Ridge. He's a 2024. The delivery is smooth as silk, only rivaling Dane Moeller in ease of operation for the 24 class. The pace builds perfectly and allows his fluid, lightning-quick, short circle arm action to work freely. His feel for hip-shoulder separation is natural, efficient, and creates effortless torque. The fastball is 88-90, touch 91, got ridiculous swing and miss with late sink and tail, and will carry up in the zone due to spin efficiency. You'll see in the video his finish is like he's throwing a football, and this also helps him supinate easily on the curveball, which is an 11.5 future hammer in the 75 to 77 range with two-plane depth. And he shows feel for the 80-mile-an-hour change, and he has starter written all over him to me. Next guy is Reeston Durham, shortstop from Decula 2026. We're always looking for guys who can stick at shortstop long-term. This one can. He's a dynamic defender with good footwork, anticipation, and body control, and he'll end up with above average range and top of the scale arm strength. Also, his dad played shortstop for Nebraska and had a mid-90s arm, so the writing's on the wall there. The swing checks all the boxes mechanically with an advanced hip hinge, lower half sink, and the front hip leads the stride like a pro. You don't see most high school hitters, their front hip doesn't lead their stride. It's usually the stride leads, which leads to the head going forward, and it makes it difficult on breaking balls. But not only is the swing path efficient, but the hands are very fast for his age. And then we've got one of the best baseball names in the state, Maverick Chitwood from Habersham Central. He's a left-handed pitcher, center fielder, 2026. Junior future gamer, just like Durham. His performance yesterday versus the number 5 team in our Power 25, Cherokee Bluff, was the stuff of legend. Had 3 Ks in 2 innings on the bump, 2 hits, including 1 versus a left-handed pitcher and a web gem in center field. If they win that game, he's the MVP. Not only does he have the best curveball in the class, but also the best pitchability. It's a clean all-stretch delivery with a deceptive front side and well-connected high 3/4 arm action. This is going to be a plus command guy with all 3 pitches. The fastball right now is working in the upper 70s, touching 80 with late tail, and he locates the arm side really well. I have no worry about the velocity. It's going to tick up every year. He's got plenty of arm speed. The sweeping curveball in the 67 to 70 range has future wipeout depth and got 3 Ks. He landed 9 of 10 for strikes in 2 innings. Just unbelievable feel with that pitch. And his change in the low 70s has sudden fade with late depth and the same type of feel as the curveball. The swing continues to improve, and he has an advanced oppo approach. And this is the starting point guard for the varsity basketball team and a slot receiver on the varsity football team. I mean, he's the king there already. And then a bonus guy I wanted to throw you, Luke Yano, left-handed pitcher from North Atlanta, 2025, 6'1", 150, ultra athletic delivery, compact, explosive, deceptive arm action. The overhand slot and shorter stride create a really steep plane and allow the fastball curveball to tunnel better than any other I've seen in the class. The fastball is 81-84, touch 86, curveball 71-73 downer that just disappears off the table. And that's it.
Justin, spectacular as always, man. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the diamond.
You're the man. See you soon.
That was good stuff.